Hey everyone, my name is Brooklyn Knoll, and this is my show off over the difference in basic signs of upper motor neurons and lower motor neuron lesions. Okay, first off, upper motor neurons. What are these? They're the first order neurons. They're responsible for carrying electrical impulses to and from the cortical motor area. These are all the cranial nerves, and they are in the cortical spinal and cortical bulbar tract, and they are within the brain, the brainstem, and the spinal cord. The difference compared to lower motor neurons is when damage is present, these neurons have complete opposite symptoms of the lower motor neurons. So I said, for an example, this little blue track right here, you can see that this is the upper motor neurons. Okay, so lower motor neurons. What are these? These are the second order neurons, and they're responsible for transmitting the signals from the upper motor neurons to the muscles to perform movements. These are the neurons that send motor axons to the peripheral nerves. And these are the spinal nerves. And then, as stated earlier, I said the difference compared to upper motor neurons is when the damage is present, these neurons experience a complete different opposite symptom. And then for this example, little green area right here, that is the lower motor neuron. Okay, so signs of upper motor neurons. If an upper motor neuron is damaged, you will see one, spastic. This is basically muscle stiffness is going to be present. Two, hypertonia. This is the tone of the muscle is very strong and it's stronger. Hyperreflexia, it shows overactive bodily reflexes. Clonius, it experiences jerky movements of the muscles, and this is like a repetitive movement, but it is not a tremor. Number 5, Babinski sign. This is a type of reflex. It's the tickling of the sole of the foot. In upper motor neurons, the toes flare away from each other, and then they curve backwards. And then little or no atrophy. It is no signals or very little or no signs or very little signs of muscle bulk decreasing. In other words, muscle fibers will still be present. And then lastly, no fasciculations. This is on and off twitching of the muscle fibers, involuntary. And then signs of lower motor neurons. If a lower motor neuron is damaged, you will see flaccid. This does not have much control over the muscle. To hypotonia, which is it does not have any tone or stiffness. 3, hyporeflexia, which is basically the reflexes will be absent or weak. 4, no clonius, it does not experience any jerky movements of the muscle. 5, no Babinski sign. This is a plantar reflex is present, and then also it says opposite of Babinski. The toes will get closer and then curve forward. And then significant atrophy. It is a decrease in muscle bulk, and it's basically just a breakdown of muscle fibers being present. And then lastly, fasciculation is present, and that is on and off twitching of the muscle fibers and involuntary movements.